Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So good to be here with all of you. We are going to begin. We are on page 10, words of our psalmist, Hine Matov. So good and sweet that we are all here together. Please join us, page 10.
Hine matov anayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine matov anayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine matov anayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim 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 sheverachim gam yachad.
We have our own choir in this section. It sounds so beautiful. I can't imagine a better way to welcome in this Shabbat. And so what I want to invite us to do as we all arrive in this space, or everyone wave to our cameras for all of the folks who are at home, glad you're with us too, is to turn to someone, preferably someone you don't know or know well, or it could be someone you came with if need be, and just to introduce yourself and to share what brought you here tonight. What brought you here tonight? You
Was
have
this a
one-
controversial request? I didn't think
I
it
don't know.
was.
Allison Lee was giving me eyes about it.
Already starting, so I was like, oh no.
Wait, and I'll just say I should give more instruction in this wonderful community, which is you have a sentence, one sentence, to share what is your name and what brought you here tonight. Go forth.
Literally, this is like a choir right here.
I put it all together. I'm like, I was like
These are the dots that you connect to. I love it. I love it.
Ships passing in the night.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Very similar. Another person who I had a long, deep answer. And everything a year later, same thing. You never know. Here's like dying, shivers. That's not happening.
No. All right, we are coming back together. We are coming back together. There will be schmoozing time after the service, my friendly Leo Beckers. I know.
We're the worst behaved synagogue in America.
Once you set them loose, they never come back. But
Why do we even let you do that? It's proven that we will never get you back.
it's a good problem. A good problem. Well, whatever brought you here tonight, we are grateful to be in community with you. We are grateful for this gift of powering down on Shabbat, from connecting with one another on Shabbat. And we are going to mark that with words of Tov Lehodot. They are on your supplemental page. Please join with us.
Tov leodot l'Adonai, ולשמח לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. On this the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, for I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולשמח לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. My spirit takes release, I close my eyes in peace, and from my soul heard far above springs a song of love. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולשמח לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. I wish to understand the wonders of your hand, for all the blessings that are mine rise from your design. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולשמח לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. טוב. ולזמר לשמך העליון.
The birds are joining in with your beautiful singing, and we'll continue on page 20 with Lecha Dodi.
לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד ישמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם ניסוחה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה
Top of 21.
התעוררי, התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
We rise and face the entrance, bottom of 21.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
We'll continue standing on page 28 for the Baruch Hu.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. Lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 lai
You may be seated. As we prepare to celebrate our Independence Day, I'd like to offer a prayer for our country. It is a poem by Langston Hughes, written in 1935, called "Let America Be America Again." Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor white fooled and pushed apart. I am the Negro bearing slavery's scars. I am the red man driven from the land. I am the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, of grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the men or take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I am the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean. Hungry yet today despite the dream, beaten yet today, O pioneers. I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker bartered through the years. Yet I'm the one who dreamt our basic dream in the old world while still a serf of kings, who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even yet its mighty daring sings, except the dream that's almost dead today. In every brick and stone and every furrow turned that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore and Poland's plain and England's grassy lea, and torn from black Africa's strand I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me, the millions on relief today, the millions shot down when we strike, the millions who have nothing for our pay, for all the dreams we've dreamed and all the songs we've sung and all the hopes we've held and all the flags we've hung, the millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again. the land that never has been yet, and yet must be the land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man's, Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me an ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those who live like leeches on the people's lives, we must take back our land again, America. Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me, and yet I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain. All the stretch of these great green states, and make America again. We rise together for our prayer of unity Shema on page 34.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. In a moment, we're going to join together in singing Michamocha on the fabulously appropriate page 40. It so happens that this Shabbat is the Shabbat of Miriam. Miriam is Moses' sister. Yeah, there's a lot of enthusiasm. Miriam has a staunch fan club here at Leo Bechtel. You're going to get a chance to hear, for those of you who may not, already have the card, carrying the card as a, part of the Miriam Fam Club, you're going to get a chance to understand why it is you should be procuring that card before this night reaches its conclusion. But of course, we often hear about the heroic story of Moses standing at the sea and holding out his staff and the waters part, and always the one kind of listening to God speaking and inspiring whatever next set of miracles will take place, leading the way. And of course, We know from the Midrash that the women were creating a story all their own, all our own, much undertold. And so these words by Muriel Ruckheiser are going to help us prepare for the recitation of Mi Chamocha on this night that especially belongs to Moses' sister, to Miriam. High above shores and times, I on the shore forever and ever. Moses, my brother, has crossed over to milk, honey, that holy land, building Jerusalem. I sing forever on the seashore. I do remember horsemen, horses, waves of passage poured into water, all poured into journey. My unseen brothers have gone over. Chariots, deep seas under. I alone stand here, ankle deep, and I sing. I sing until the lands sing to each other. Let us sing like that. Taught by Miriam. Page 40. Tehillah, Oseh, Feleh, Nora, Tehillah, Oseh, Feleh, Micha Mocha, Ba'elim Adonai.
So many of you fell in love with this community here in this outdoor chapel, looking out at the wonder around us, at the sanctity that is in this space because you all are in this space, singing this particular prayer. We ask God to spread over us a Sukkat Shalom, a shelter of peace, so that all people on this earth may feel that sense of physical safety, of bodily safety, and also that sense of safety and wholeness within themselves. We'll join together again on our supplement, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom V'ha'amidenu Makenu Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings. From harmful things, oh Adonai, keep us safe throughout the night, till
We'll join together in the Amidah on page 46, and if you're able, invite you to please rise.
Adonai Svatai Tiftach Adonai Svatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Adonai Svatai Tiftach Adonai Svatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, עזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, מוריד אתה. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו משני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We'll continue silently with the Amidah through page 62 in the prayer book, or take some of your own quiet time and be seated whenever you are ready.
page 62. Adonai Tsuri, Adonai Tsuri Vego Ali. Yehiu Leratzon Imre fi vehegion libi lefanecha Adonai Tsuri, Tsuri, Vigho Ali. Yehiu Leratzon, Imre fi Vehegion libi lefanecha Adonai Tsuri, Adonai Tsuri Vego Ali. Tsuri Vego Ali.
When people get to know each other, they often ask the very personal and revealing question: what was your first concert? My husband's was Pink Floyd. Rabbi Chasen, what was your first concert? Whoa, Billy Joel.
I'm not going to tell you when it was.
No reveals. That would be too personal. Yes. Well, mine was Debbie Friedman. Yes, that Debbie Friedman, my mother, who's a cantorial soloist, took me to see the famous Jewish singer-songwriter. And what I remember most about this concert was everyone getting up and holding hands and awkwardly but very joyously dancing around the room to Miriam's song. Rabbi Chasen, will you give a little taste of Miriam's song, just so those who don't know the magic of Miriam's song, just a little snippet, a sermon in song. I can't contain Peachy.
You'll never get them back again.
I know. Just imagine it. Just imagine.
And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song, the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance the whole night long. You can do that again. Give it to us. And the women dancing with their timbrels, following Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted, Miriam and the women, and dance the whole night long.
Good first concert, right? Yes. Thank you. Well, perhaps then I should have known that this was the beginning of a lifelong fascination with the biblical character of Miriam. In this week's Torah portion, Chukat, it's actually a double portion, Chukat and Balak, but in Chukat, the Israelites bid farewell, as Rabbi Chasen taught us, to Moses' siblings, to Miriam and to Aaron. And though we learn that the Israelites mourn for 30 days for Aaron, the Torah reveals Miriam's death as something of an afterthought, a 5-word addendum to a verse describing the people's arrival at the wilderness of Zin. Miriam died there and was buried there. We could be forgiven for overlooking Miriam's significance. After all, though Miriam gets much more fanfare than most women in the Bible, and though Debbie Friedman did write an entire song about her, she receives little attention compared to her male counterparts, especially now at the end of her life. If she were cast in a movie, she'd have only made it into a few scenes as a supporting role for her brother Moses. In fact, that's exactly what happened to Olive Deering, who played the role of Miriam opposite Charlton Heston's Moses in the Ten Commandments. But other elements in our tradition highlight the magnitude of Miriam's role. The rabbis refer to her, along with Moses and Aaron, as the 3 Roim, the shepherds of Israel, as well as the Parnasim, the patrons of Israel. The prophet Micah depicts Miriam as a heroine responsible for the people's liberation from Egypt, stating, "Rather, I brought you up from the land of Egypt. I redeemed you from the house of bondage, and I sent before you Moses, Aaron, and Miriam." In fact, the more closely we study this supporting character, the more we discover how often she plays a leading role, guiding the Israelite people at pivotal moments by thoughtfully assessing their needs at a given time and providing indispensable guidance. And so tonight, I want to take a few moments to consider the lessons of our prophetess, Miriam, and that she teaches through her leadership of our people in an ode to Miriam, if you will. Lesson number 1, leaders know how to cultivate and to celebrate joy. One of the most famous scenes in our tradition transpires after the Israelites cross the Sea of Reeds. Finally, after years of hardship, after frightening plagues, after a shocking near-death experience, the Israelites can breathe a sigh of relief. They're now a free people. But what transforms this moment from one of relief into one of true joy and celebration is Miriam's decision to pick up her timbrel and to begin singing and dancing, signposting to others that they too can experience release. There are moments in our lives when we just need that feeling of uninhibited joy to express with our bodies what words cannot quite capture. Each time we sing Mi Chamocha, as we did tonight, we reenact that moment of freedom that Miriam allows the Israelites to embrace. Sometimes after dinner in my house, my husband will put on Moana or Frozen, or if we're really lucky, an 80s favorite, and my kids and I just dance it out. And those few moments of just letting loose without any other care in the world is healing to the soul. And our sister Miriam taught us how to experience such healing in the most important of times. Lesson number 2, leaders never lead alone. Like the Torah, we often credit Moses as the premier leader of the Israelites. But we sometimes forget that leaders are typically only as strong as their strongest partners and colleagues, advisors, or mentors. Immediately following Miriam's death, the Israelites cry out once again from thirst. And famously, Moses neglects God's command to speak to the rock to bring forth water, and instead yells at the Israelites before striking the rock in frustration. Though water comes forth, Moses soon learns that because he disobeyed God's instructions, he will not continue into the promised land with his people. Perhaps Moses was still in mourning for his sister, and his frustration and anger were really just his raw sadness and loss. Or perhaps Moses was missing the counsel of his sister. Maybe when God gave Moses instructions, Moses would normally gather with Miriam and Aaron and devise a strategy to implement God's plan. I like to imagine a scene that if Miriam were still alive, Moses would have vented to his sister in exasperation. And Miriam might have responded with, "Moses, you love these people. Right now you're just tired, but you aren't doing this alone. Just listen to what God has told you, and you'll get through this." And perhaps then Moses would have brought a different version of himself to his people, a more centered, empathic, patient version that could have spoken to the rock despite his ample frustration. And finally, lesson 3. Leaders are caretakers who nourish others. Our ancient rabbis suggest that the juxtaposition of Miriam's death and the Israelites' subsequent thirst is no accident. Rather, the Israelites' complaints arose because of the disappearance of what the sages call Miriam's well. According to rabbinic tradition, a miraculous well followed Miriam throughout the wilderness, providing the Israelites with water throughout their journeys. As long as Miriam remained alive, the well sustained the people, but as soon as she died, the well vanished. Another ancient folk tradition teaches that Miriam's well fills all the wells at the end of Shabbat and gives us such healing powers. Her well then represents the power to provide sustenance, both physically and spiritually, to a community. Her story is marked by water. Her name even connects to the Hebrew word for water, mayim. She helps to save Moses by watching over him as a baby when their mother places him in the basket on the Nile River. She leads the people in rejoicing at the Sea of Reeds after they successfully escape Egypt. And our rabbinic tradition suggests that her well nourished the people when they felt most depleted. Water was the backdrop of so many of Miriam's pivotal experiences, and it was her unique contribution to our people's story, a life-giving offering that helped a struggling band of former slaves survive the wilderness and become a nation. When we sing Mi Chamocha, we recently added to Lifnei Moshe U Miriam, recognizing the contributions of both Moses and Miriam in our people's story. As we reflect on her leadership this Shabbat and her ability to bring joy, to lead alongside others, to nourish the Israelite people, perhaps we can consider those leaders in our lives, in our community, who go unnoticed. Those whose nourishing presence grounds us and enables us to experience joy and lift up their offerings as essential and cherished gifts to us and to our community. And then may we all be able to honor Miriam's legacy as our tradition does on this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. We'll do another round of Miriam song another day. Don't worry. Don't worry. One of Miriam's lasting gifts is this idea of how her well nourished other people. And that is in part what we do when we sing a Misha Berach prayer, when we offer our prayers of healing to one another. And so tonight, if there is someone that you are thinking of on this Shabbat who needs that experience of nourishment or healing, I'll invite you to stand and say the name of someone. It could even be yourself. And then together as a community, we will pray and we'll show up for one another for healing.
Jim Sawyer, Tom and Karen Wagner, my brother John, Hannah Stern, and Gail Yazan.
We'll join together in words of healing on page 253.
מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. Let us say, Amen. Mishebeirach imotenu mikor habracha bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Aleinu can be found on page 282. Again, if you're able, please rise.
ולשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 287. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד. Musical meditation to help us prepare for the recitation of Kaddish. You can find the words on page 291 at the bottom of the page. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest nights, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We remember. As we prepare to recite the Kaddish prayer this evening, we remember especially Peg Yorkin, mother of our congregant Nicole Yorkin, mother-in-law of Tim Shaheen, grandmother of Julian and Natalie, whom death has taken from us in recent days. And we link her name with David M. Berkson, Barbara Bleckman, Helen Broker, Josephine Dremer, Miriam Geringer, Seymour Glucksman, Faith Goldman, Marshall Gordon, Bruce Grainer, Daniel Greenberg, Irene Howard, William Kaplan, Irving Kaplansky, Charles Kurt, David Leance, Rita Levin, Lillian Leviton, Arthur Lewis, Hannah Lippert, Jackie Michaelov, Rolinda Lowe, Beatrice Mencher, Gerda Meyer, Morris J. Merkin, Nedra Novik, Fruma Pellid, Bess Ratner, Marvin Smith, Milton W. Snyder, Carl Soares, Ruth Solway, Theodore Stein, Blanche Weinberg, Richard Weinberg, Murray Weinstein, Nerith Whitney, Richard Whitney, Meyer Yalowitz. Are there other names we should include? If so, please speak them aloud. We think of them all, along with all those who we name in our hearts, and those who have perished as innocent victims of violence in a world that we must guide to light and to peace. Holding them all close at heart, we say, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, the memory of the righteous is an everlasting blessing. Together we give thanks for the blessing of life with the words of Mourner's Kaddish found on page 294. If you're able, please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye echon v'yomechon, v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the giver of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved among us, and let us together say, Amen. Amen. shalom mimramam uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Shalom bimromam uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.